Hi guys, this is going to be chapter 5 in my series of My Crazy Life, and it will be titled Routine When I Was Little. Okay, so on the way to Colorado and back again, Grandpa would tell us when we were going to stop along the way for the bathroom breaks. And I would always ask my grandma before we got there, "Is this a clean one, Grandma?" Like she would know, you know. And okay, and if you haven't seen the rest of the series, 1 through 4 so far, I'm talking about when I was my grandparents would take me to Colorado to see a heart specialist because I wasn't expected to live. So and this went on for, I don't know, I'm really not sure, 2 or 3 years, I'm guessing. But anyway, so of course she didn't know for sure. So she would say, "Let's just go in and see." LOL. I refused to go potty in a dirty bathroom. So they bought me a blue horse potty chair to go in on the side of the road, so I didn't have to go on a dirty toilet. I also wanted clean floors and a clean sink. I wasn't shy. I did not care if other people saw me or not on the side of the road going to the bathroom when I was, 1, 2 years old. Like, I didn't care. And I did another horrible drawing because I'm not spending time on the drawings right now. I can draw good. Like, I can draw really good. I've been an artist my whole life, but I've just been out of the habit of, sketching anything. But I know I still have it in me. So if I do make it into a book, I will try to either get the pictures from my sister or I will do better drawings, one of the two. Okay, so this is a drawing of my little horse potty chair. So it's just little. It had a little horse head, it had a tail, and then it had, the bowl to potty in, and you would just straddle it. Like, I would straddle it like you would a horse, right? You would just climb on, but I would just climb on and go wee. So anyway, that's just the best drawing I could come up with in 2 minutes. But that's what it looked like. It was blue. The horse mane and tail was black, but it was kind of rubbed off, and it was from the 1950s. So I'm not sure if they bought it for me or if it was my grandma or grandpa's when they were little, because it seems like more like the 30s kind of toys look, you know what I mean? Where it's that kind of, it's kind of a blue like this, but a lot lighter, a few shades lighter. But it was turquoise, and then the tail and mane were black, but you could kind of see the turquoise through it, if that makes sense. I hope you can hear me. I don't have my microphone's just laying beside me. Because my friend Julie said it didn't make a difference whether it was on my, shirt or laying here. So I hope this is good enough. And please put it in the comments if it is or isn't, okay? Because I'd rather not wear it, just because sometimes I get up or I have to pause the video and get up and go let my dog in or out or something. And I'm afraid I'm going to forget it, and then I'll just yank, the phone off the table, and that wouldn't be good. Okay, so let's go on. When I was old enough to talk or say a few words, my grandpa was always in his shop doing woodwork, making cute things and funny things, like a coffin that held cigarettes and matches. He had a very dry sense of humor. So he would make these, like a perfect coffin. And it was only like this big, just enough to put a pack of cigarettes in there and or one by one, not a pack, but he would lay them in there one by one, and the inside was felt, and then there was a place for matches, and then he even had the handles on there. You know how the guys will, it'll be 3 guys on one side and 3 on the other that carry the casket. It was like that. So he would make it perfect, and he would even put, rest in peace. So he would make these little gold letters, RSP, rest in peace, right? But anyway, he was very funny. He made me a cute little crib, but don't think I used it, as I always slept with my grandpa because of my heart condition, and he wanted to just check on me all night and make sure I was breathing, because I would just keep turning blue, sometimes multiple times a day, and they'd have to rush me to the hospital, and they'd have to revive me because I would just quit breathing, and I was going to die if I wasn't revived, right? And this happened, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. It just happened all the time, so we were constant at the hospital. My grandma would yell out to him. It's like on a normal day, right? And my grandma would be cooking dinner or lunch or whatever, and she'd yell out to him. He was always in the woodworking shop, and I was always with him, or I would be sitting right outside the shop because he was scared I would get hurt in there. But I would sit outside the shop and I would draw pictures. So I started drawing when I was really young. That reminds me of some drawings I could show you. Well, that I did later. So it'll be later in this series. But I'm glad I thought about it. Okay. So my grandma would yell out, "Turn that bandsaw off and come eat," whenever she got lunch or dinner ready. So I thought my grandpa's name was Bandsaw. But I couldn't say bandsaw, so I said Banshaw. I was little. So anyway, I called him Banshaw his whole life. I called my grandma Mama her whole life too, because I couldn't say grandma, but I could say Mama. Grandpa and I had our own bedroom, and I slept with him in a single bed until I was 7 years old. He would lay on his side, and I slept on my stomach so he could tickle my back all night, as it was the only way I could sleep. So I started having insomnia, I think, even back then, just because of the trauma going to the hospital and, everything that was going on, and my mom was never around. So I don't know, it just put me in kind of a weird space. But of course I was traumatized by the car wreck, so it may have had something to do with my anxiety. So I'd have anxiety. I still have anxiety before going to sleep. I even wake up with anxiety sometimes. I have insomnia my whole life, and I sleep with a fan on since I was around 13 years old, just to help me sleep. So the white noise, I sleep with on. Oh, I messed up. I slept with it on during the. Oh yeah, I slept with it on during the winter too, and I still do right now. But point it away from me. In the summer, I have it blowing right on me, but in the winter, I have it cocked a little bit so it's not blowing right on me. Mama always cooks simple but balanced meals. I didn't like meat. I didn't like to eat meat. So she always made extra veggies and fruits for me. Seemed she was always cooking, doing dishes, cleaning in general, or working at the Wichita Eagle and Beacon. My grandparents were both Virgos, so we had a very clean house that was well organized. Right? Virgos are very clean and they're very, very well organized. Me, not so much in my later years now. I would like to be more organized than I am now. But I never heard them argue ever. But Grandma always got her way. So she was basically in charge, and my grandpa would agree with her on everything. My grandpa always got his woodworking tools and whatever he wanted as well. But they just agreed. They just got along, like really good. Like, you know, any major decisions like buying a car or whatever, my grandma would initiate that. And then my grandpa would just say, okay, honey, whatever you want. You know, just like whatever. As long as he had his woodworking tools, he was happy. He didn't care what kind of car he drove. They got along great, so there was never any drama, which was so nice and calm, but only for the first 7 years of my life. Then shit hit the fan after that, in a bad, bad way. But anyway, we'll get to that later. Grandpa took a leave from work for the first year of my life. It might have even been longer than that, because I wasn't expected to live. But after that, they would both get off work at 1 a.m., or my grandpa might have worked days. I just don't remember. But I also don't remember any babysitters. So I was trying to think about this, you know. I don't remember any babysitters. I don't remember my mom. So I'm not sure if one of them took one shift and the other one took another shift. You know, so 66 years ago. So, and trying to remember when you're that little, right, is hard. But I do remember a lot when I was little. Not every day, not, you know, every month or week or anything like that. Just significant events. Yeah, like happy or sad. But anyway, I don't remember. But I also don't remember, any babysitters. We usually ate dinner around 2 a.m. or so. Then watched TV for about an hour. Or they would read. And we went to bed around 3 a.m. I still like this schedule. So I work swing shift now, which I should have pre-read this, which I don't know. I can't read which I love. It's great because I'm not a morning person, so I still eat dinner around 1 or 2 or 3. That's just what I do. Oh, I guess that's it now. So that's it for chapter 5. But yeah, so you know, I think whatever you grow up with, that's what you like. Like some kids, like their parents would feed them like one entree at a time, like baby food or whatever. They would feed them like meat and then vegetables and then like fruit or a dessert. You know, some people, and then those people that grew up like that still eat like that. I'm sure you know some people that still eat one thing at a time. You know, I know several. For me, my grandpa, he would take one bite of one thing, you know, the meat, the vegetable, and then the fruit, and then he would just keep going around. And I still eat that way because I ate that way when I was up to 7 years old. And that's how I like it. So I might eat a couple of bites of like corn or something, but then I'm going to kind of keep it balanced on my plate. I don't know. You know, it's a crazy thing when you're raised like that, right? So anyway, I just think that's an interesting thought there. But okay, guys. So I'll start working on chapter 6. All right. And I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry, I'm super tired from going to the doctor today, and I think my hip is fractured. So I just I had to go to the doctor and get x-rays and everything today. But anyway, okay, I'll let you know about that later. All right. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll see you on chapter 6. Okay, hope you're here. Bye-bye.